Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here at ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are taking a look at Hasbro's newly released Transformers Legacy Evolution Armada universe Optimus Prime, inspired from the 2002-2003 series. This series was a reboot and the first of 3 sequels, which continued on into Transformers Energon and Transformers Cybertron, which was not my cup of tea as far as a trilogy. It was really disappointing. Armada is remembered for its animation mistakes, as well as giving us some iconic characters such as Hotshot and Megatron in that particular form that he was shown in, Starscream, and of course this Optimus Prime figure. Before I forget, special shout out and thank you to site sponsor Entertainment Earth for sending this figure along for review. That's greatly appreciated. Make sure to use our links because you get 10% off any in-stock item and free shipping, $79 plus. So click off the links, the hyperlinks, the YouTube description, and on ToyHypeUSA.com. Thank you in advance for doing that. The packaging is phenomenal, very nicely done artwork here. On the side is additional artwork of various characters. Optimus Prime is shown on the other side in all 3, his transformation from robot to vehicle. And on the back, you have various appearance of Optimus Prime. 2 modes, this big mode here, his other mode, and of course you have the trailer. Can also come in a couple different modes here. So it also specifies how many steps to get the transformation, things like that. Matrix of Leadership is also shown, goes inside his chest since the days of G1. Top of the box, here's a look at Optimus Prime with his trailer, and of course bottom of the box. So I'm going to take him out of packaging now and let's take a closer look. So right out of the box you're getting 4 pieces. Optimus Prime in his truck, the trailer, it comes out like this. There's also the blaster and this piece here. So again, 4 pieces total. Before I begin any further, let's just take a look at this part. It's in the classic blue, red, gold, and silver deco with some dark gray, black tires. Very nicely done attention to detail on this figure. On the top of the head is the Autobot logo, which you see right there. And here's a look at him underneath. Here's a look at the trailer. The Autobot logo is on the side there. It comes in this classic blue, gray, red, and some metallic gold deco with some black turrets right there on the bottom. The other side also has the Autobot logo. Here's a look at the front and back. Look at the top. And of course the bottom. Here's a closer look at those 2 additional parts. These 2 blasters on the side, these are removable from the larger black blaster. And of course, there's this piece here. Looks like a rocket launcher in the front. Right here, we have a look at the instructions. I want to take a look at this before we go any further. So let's open this up together. So, large sheet of instructions. And the first part specifies the 4 parts here, and it shows you what to do, start to go about it. So start along the top. Next row, these 2 pieces are removable from the blaster. Put those on the cab part of the truck, front and passenger door. Put the trailer on. You would see there's a little peg where it goes into. And the black blaster goes right on top there. Transformation of the trailer is next. And before I forget, I also want to take a look up here as well. So Going back here. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time. You probably will. And last two rows. So there's his robot mode there. Turning this over. This is the other side, Matrix of Leadership. Comes right out of his chest. Blaster in his hand there. Other instructions, specifications. The blaster can also be stored on the back, as that shows you. So let's take a look at these two rows. Next one. And finally, so when all said and done, this is what he's going to look like when he's finished. I'm going to start doing the next part of the build, and let's take a closer look. Here's a look at this transformation. The trailer is now attached to the truck. You can turn it as shown. Wheels spin so you can move it. Blaster's right on top here, and that can be moved as shown. And again, it's just attached right on here. Just stick that in there. Stays in pretty well. Here's a look at its battle station mode. I had to cheat and look at the back of the box as the instructions were just a little bit too confusing for me. So here's a look at this mode here. This is best for smaller Transformers figures as they can fit on and around it. The Autobot logos are right on top here, which you see. And here's a look at it from all sides. All right, so let's take a look at his robot mode. Here's a look at his robot mode. It's inspired from the classic appearance. However, this is Armada, so this is based on that version. Nicely done attention to detail here. A lot of really good sculpted details. The metallic silver really pops out, as you can see, as I'm moving him around. On the back is the Autobot logo, upside down, which you see right there. And of course, the head sculpt, very nicely done. The chest opens up to reveal the Matrix of Leadership, which can be removed. So here is a closer look at that. I just went ahead and removed the Matrix of Leadership. So here is a closer look at it as it's removed. Nice tooling and everything. There's a look at it from the back. And here's a closer look at the chest without it. The chest can also close, but I'm just going to leave it open. Let's take a look at his articulation, starting with a ball-jointed head. Full range of motion there. The arms can swivel, and they're also on this hinge joint, so you get a good range there as well. The wheels can turn. That's all 6 of them there. Double hinged elbow joints, swivel wrists. The knees are on a hinge swivel joint, So you hear the clicking. Let's just pop that back in. Swivel thighs as well. And he also has hinged knees. So you're going to be hearing the clicking there as well. Here's a look at Optimus Prime holding his blaster, which is his iconic black blaster. He's got a good grip on it. Here's a look at him pointing it. And let's bring this in a little bit closer. This also has a lot of really nicely done sculpted details on there. The front of the cannon and the other side. He also can hold it in the other hand as shown. So that's it with this mode. I'm going to transform him and let's take a look at that final mode. I turned the instructions over to start the build for his final form, and I realized there were a couple of other features that this form can give you. The smokestacks can be placed on the sides of the guns, so here's a look at that blaster. That is on there now. And the Autobot logo that was previously on his back here can be placed in a number of positions on his body. The instructions specify here, but it's also compatible for these other holes right here. So just be aware of that. So let's take a look at his final form. Here's a look at his ultimate form. I think most people are going to leave him in this form as it's the most recognizable for Armada Optimus Prime. The figure features some very nicely done attention to detail. And you see all the colors in there that you've seen throughout all the modes. The red, the gray, the blue, the metallic golds, the black, and the metallic silver. Let's take a look at the sides. He combines with the trailer, and trailer part is on the bottom, while the Optimus Prime figure is on the top, and you could see the cab of the Optimus Prime. The Autobot logo is removable, just as I've showed you guys earlier on in the video, and it connects right on his chest here. Let's take a look at the back. Very nicely done, attention to detail. Here's a look at his head sculpt. It has the smokestacks on the side, which are on the swivel joints here. The other smokestacks that you'll remember from the cab and his robot mode earlier go on the side of the arms here. You see the Autobot arms on the sides. So here's a look at the other one. The articulation is standard in this mode, which includes a bull-jointed head, full range of motion here, swivel-hinged shoulders. He's got a lot of good range of motion here as well. You see how the arms move, and it's the case on the other arm. These open up to allow additional movement on the arms, so it's a good, it doesn't prevent the movement. Also includes a hinged elbow here. The wrist can swivel, so you should be seeing me move the wrists. And as I'm moving it, you'll hear the snaps. So once you move it, it will stay in place. He also includes hinged fingers, which is good. So you can open that up, hold on to the blaster. He also has hinged swivel knees, as shown. These snap into place as well as you move it. Hinged swivel hips, hinged knees in the back. You hear the snap as I'm moving that around as well. So a lot of good points of articulation for this figure. Here are some poses of him holding onto the blaster. With the articulation, you can create some really awesome poses. Here's one here. And as you move it, you hear those clicks. So you won't have to worry about him falling over, as he stays up pretty well. Here's another pose. Here I put the blaster in his left hand. Here's another pose of Optimus Prime. I also want to point out that a lot of my vintage Transformers are in storage. So at this time I'm able to show you guys how he looks compared to his original release way back in 2002 to 2003, so I do apologize for that. Overall, he is a fantastic figure. I personally love how he came out. I have been pick and choosing carefully which Transformers I want to get, but with this modern age of articulation, it's really hard to say no, as Hasbro is just, in my opinion, they're killing it with this line. My recommendation would be to pick them up. Thank you again to Entertainment Earth for sending along for a review. It's greatly appreciated. Please use our links in the YouTube description or hyperlinks off of toyhypeusa.com. 10% off any in-stock item, US, and free shipping, $79 plus. We would greatly appreciate that. Thanks for watching this video. We do appreciate that as well. Please like and share, and please spread the word. Thank you very much.